everyone, it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery and welcome to another episode of Meyer Makes. Today we are going to be making a quick and fun poultry themed ornament that the whole family can make. To make these ornaments is, like I said, beyond easy. You're going to need some salt dough and some cookie cutters. So we are going to be using some of our favorite cookie cutters that you could get at MeyerHatchery.com. Here are the cutters that we're going to be using. We have a chick that is hatching. We have a hen. We have a chick that already hatched. A duck. And a turkey. I really like to use cookie cutters like this with the salt dough because it has this really good cutting edge on here and it just makes it really easy. For the salt dough, I like to use the recipe that is 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of water. And you can adjust that however you'd like depending on how many ornaments you're going to be making. So I actually made mine up last night. So it's 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, 1 cup of water, and I kneaded it for about 5 minutes and then I put it into my bag here just to sit. Now I noticed it got a little soft overnight, so when we're rolling it out, I'm going to need just a little bit more flour in there, but this should be good and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to roll mine out on a cookie sheet with some parchment on it because I'm actually going to put mine in the oven to dry, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm going to go get my cookie sheet and some parchment and let's start working on our ornaments. All right, so here's what my dough looks like all rolled out. I did end up incorporating a little extra flour in here just to kind of stabilize the dough a little bit. It got a little more thinner overnight. So I did mix in some flour and I rolled it out to about 1/4 of an inch, a little over 1/4 of an inch thickness. I want these ornaments to be nice and thick and really durable after we're done making them. While we're cutting out our ornaments, I went ahead and I'm setting my oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to allow these salt dough ornaments to dry low and slow in the oven. If you're going to do this method, just make sure you keep an eye on them that they don't get too hot or start to brown. You can also just leave your salt dough ornaments out for a few days to dry, or you can pop them in your dehydrator at a low setting on your dehydrator and allow them to dry out. So the only step now is it's time to cut out our ornaments. If you notice that your cookie cutters are sticking a little bit, you can put a little flour on the edge of here and that'll help with that. All right, so here's our ornaments all cut out, and I had plenty of extra dough, so I'm able to go on and do another cookie sheet of our ornaments. The last thing I'm going to do before these go in the oven is I'm going to go ahead and add the holes for hanging these ornaments now. You can do it after by using maybe like a Dremel tool, but it makes it a lot easier just to do them now. You can use a straw, or I'm just using the end of a stylus that I have here, and I'm just going to make some little holes here to make it easier to put the strings on after everything is done and decorated. I like to come down a little bit so I know that I have plenty of space for my hanger, and my hanger is gonna be nice and secure on our ornaments. We have all of our holes in place. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this extra flour off here and pop these in the oven until they're nice and dry. All right, and here's what our ornaments look like, completely dry. I've painted them. I actually ended up using some acrylic paint pens, but you can just use acrylic paint or craft paint with some paintbrushes. The cool thing is you can get everybody involved in making these ornaments and you can create your own different looking poultry. It's so much fun. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration to make your own salt dough ornaments. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, for hanging my ornaments, I just used a little bit of twine on these. Again, you can use ribbon, you can use yarn, whatever you have on hand. Well, I think I'm going to get back to doing some more painting. Thank you so much for watching.